How about now? You guys got me? All right. Appreciate you all. I had to reset so I could see everybody in the chat. I apologize. Technical difficulties were my fault. They were not outside of my control. They were well within my control, and I blew it. Mistakes were made. Clippers and Rockets here at Intuit Dome. Final regular season home game for your LA Clippers. Pregame show starts in 8 minutes. We got Lauren Rosen on, Carlo Jimenez. Maybe a special guest for you guys. Maybe, if you're lucky. Let's see here. Mio's in here. Yes, you could hear me on the last one. That was not the issue. The issue was I couldn't see the chat. But now I can. Mio, F, Homestead. Got you guys. A little cocoa. Anybody else watching Luke at the Dawn? Fill it up back in Dallas. How could you do this, Nico? Every fan in the arena knew better. The guys whose job it is to improve the Mavs and not. I mean, it's just. I gotta stop. I'll get myself in trouble. Oh, computer is being confused. All right. I'm not gonna lose my mind before the show starts. All right, guys. Show starts in about 4 minutes here. Carlo's bringing no cookies today in this game. You better not. I ran 5 miles earlier. Went for a walk. I tried to walk off yesterday's disaster. I'm still feeling it. I'm still feeling the pain from this Luka Doncic trade. When will it stop? When will it stop? What up, Terry? Put it up, man. Low Main said, went and got a cookie mini box from Crumble today. Now I know why Adam was eating them up yesterday. They're really good. Big if true. Bearings here. What the hell are we doing? Need more RAM. More Aaron Donald. That's good. So, sorry. Don't worry me. Is he still here? We're on 570, right? Why is Ronnie still there? Oh, because they came on after Dodgers. Got it. Nice. Welcome into Clippers Countdown. It's your 47-32. LA Clippers are in their final regular season game here at Intuit Dome, which has become a fortress as they have won 12 of their last 13 games here in Inglewood, while being 29-11 on the season in their new home. And that was after an 0-4 start, which had Steve Ballmer joke that he might have to tear it down and start over. But remember, their first victory at Intuit Dome was magical. It was a classic hashtag comeback Clips victory where they were down by as many as 26 to the San Antonio Spurs. And well, last night they played the Spurs again here. And even without Kawhi Leonard, they managed to have a slightly more comfortable victory over San Antonio. Norman Powell ended up with 9 of his 25 points in the fourth quarter. James Harden had 12 assists to just 3 turnovers, and Ivica Zubac had his fourth 2020 game this season as the Clippers would get up by as many as 18 in the second half and win 122-117 over the Spurs here at Intuit Dome last night, putting them in a position where a first-round series for them could start right here at their safe haven at Intuit Dome. Here was Ivica Zubac's postgame with Christina Pink on FanDuel TV. And now what's necessary is taking down another team from Texas, as tonight the Clippers host the number 2 team in the Western Conference in the Houston Rockets. So can they complete the Texas 3-step and maybe give themselves a shot of moving up to the 3 spot in the West by the time these last 3 games of the season conclude? Tip-off between the Clippers and Houston Rockets here at Intuit Dome is just about 60 minutes away. Coming up, we got your assistant coach and Brian Shaw on. Lauren Rosen will be here as well. But up next, it's your radio voice of the Clippers and Carlo Jimenez. I'm Adam Osland, and you're listening to the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network. Yeah, I was hoping we'd have our guest for that time, but you know what? Just pull the Marv Albert Houston Rockets one. Let's see here. Who? Let me read his Wikipedia. You know what happened. I mean, you know what? I ain't going to say anything on here. Just going to chill.
No better brag than saying you saw it first. Oh. Close. Dang it. Just dance, gonna be okay.
Who sings that song, Carlo?
Just dance to that record, babe. Yeah, it is.
Let's keep it that way.
I was born this way. I love Lady Gaga.
Poker face.
Don't call my name.
Alejandro. Clippers and Houston Rockets in the final home game of the regular season here at Intuit Dome. We're just about 57 minutes away from tip-off. Welcome back in. I'm Adam Osland. This is Clippers Countdown, the official pregame show of your LA Clippers. Still to come, we got Lauren Rosen on the show. Assistant coach Brian Shaw will be here as well. But up next, and up right now, would be your radio voice of the Clippers in Carlo Jimenez.
Hey.
Carlo, how we doing?
Adam, I'm doing so good today. I woke up this morning and I thought, I get to see the faces of Jake, Adam, and Joey. What more could I ask for in life? You know what I mean? Like, seriously.
I'm just glad there's no more crumble cookies that go right to my thighs. We had way too many of those yesterday, or at least I did.
You did, yeah. Everyone else, I think, had one. But
What is that a shot? Is that a shot? Everybody else got
Joe,
one? You're saying I took
Joey
3?
Had 2, I had 1.5.
I had 3.5. Big deal. Nobody else was eating them.
Yeah, you're right.
Someone had to put those things away. Hey, did you run 5 miles yesterday like I did?
No.
Okay, so
I only ran from my fears, but it wasn't really a physical type running.
I'm just saying I earned those cookies. No fears tonight, though, by the Clippers, who are taking on the Houston Rockets, hopefully at least. This Rockets team down a few guys, but let's talk about what happened against San Antonio yesterday, where the Clippers were able to win 122-117. They led by 18 late in the fourth quarter. As you mentioned, the score was not indicative of exactly how the game went. And this Clippers ball club ended up getting 25 from Norman Powell on 9 of 19 shooting, led them in scoring. We know he's out tonight with right shoulder soreness, but it doesn't sound like it's serious. Still good to see Norman Powell kind of find his shooting stroke last night.
Yeah, Ty Lue spoke about this, but Norman Powell having that stretch at the beginning of the season where he's able to be, at times for the Clippers, the guy on the offensive end is going to help the Clippers in a big way down the stretch. Come playoff time, come when you need a big-time win and you need a bucket. Norm has been comfortable being the delivery man for the Clippers on the offensive end when they're in crunch time. And to get him going on offense, being able to have the ball in his hands throughout the contest, really, really great stuff from Norm. 3 assists to go along with his 25 points. Overall, I mean, the fact that he's get to 41 minutes, he's mentioned to us on pregame interviews that it's going to take a while to get his legs back underneath him. Norm is 5th in the NBA in the most screens off ball set for him in the league. He has to run a lot. And so great to see him get 41 minutes in that contest, Adam, really showing he's got that endurance for the Clippers.
He did run a lot. He would have earned those crumble cookies like I did up
He
here
would have earned those
yesterday.
crumble cookies. He would have.
Ivica Zubac, he was a cookie monster in the paint yesterday with 24 and 20 plus 5 assists. He keeps doing this every night. We're becoming accustomed to it. We've been saying he's the top 5 center for a while now in the league. He continues to prove that each and every outing, but just love seeing the fact that it wasn't just the domination on the glass with the scoring, but also being a playmaker out there.
It's just been such a sweet season for Ivica Zubac. His ability to be excellent on the offensive end, comfortable in the post, and then just dominate the glass. 20 rebounds in that contest. Adam, he has had the most points plus rebounds in the NBA this season. The last 6 players to do that were named All-Stars. Ivica Zubac's All-NBA campaign, I know we're pushing Defensive Player of the Year, but I think All-NBA feels like a must right now for the Clippers, for Ivica Zubac. When you think about the way he's been able to be efficient, effective, consistent for this Clipper team, playing in 77. This will be game 78, a career high for Ivica Zubac, who also spoke to the fact that he had done extra conditioning before the season started, understanding that, yeah, he was going to get more minutes on the offensive end, more touches. And it's talked about how that more minutes and more touches leads to more confidence because he knows, hey, if I don't start the game well, I'm going to get right back out there, have an opportunity to go to work. The biggest thing, though, hasn't been his confidence. It's been his teammates' confidence in him. Yeah. They clearly trust Ivica Zubac's ability to make big shots down the stretch. Ty Lue's drawing up plays for him late in games. The Clippers are looking for Big Zoo in the paint. And look, it's working for this Clipper team.
I could also throw in Most Improved Player Award this season. He could be in the running for that.
All defensive team.
Yeah, he's going to be up there when it comes to the award season here in the NBA. But there is work to be done. There are 3 games left here in the regular season. This is the final home game for the Clippers in the regular season. They're taking on the Houston Rockets tonight. It is, if you're going off a standings watch, a must-win for this Clippers team. They are currently in the 4th spot in the West. They got to win this ball game to help maintain a position outside of the play-in tournament. Tip-off is just about 52 minutes away. Clippers and Rockets. And coming up next, Carlo Jimenez has his one-on-one conversation with assistant coach Brian Shaw. I'm Adam Osland, and you're listening to the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network.
What up, chat? F, my guy. Good to see you.
I'm sorry, F my guy.
No,
What
no,
is
his name's F.
Oh, his name's F. Got you.
Jeez Louise. The cadence was there. Sorry, Joey. The cadence was there.
Guys, how did you hear it?
I appreciate you, Daniel.
F, Carlo, you beautiful man. The guy's name is F. And he said, Carlo,
I got you.
you beautiful man.
Yeah. Hey, let's go, Dallas.
This one's over.
It's a 7-point game.
It's over, bro.
Sound like my dad. It's over. Turn it off. It's a 5-point game with 2 minutes left.
I'm frustrated, man.
What? What'd you say?
It's just over a little bit later
It's a
now.
4-point game.
Uh-oh.
Sorry, Joey. I wish I could use that on air.
It's your boy Clay. Wow. What's that? So is that bad? And that means that's a bad thing? Right. So it's on the bad. Gotcha. Clippers taking on the Houston Rockets here at Intuit Dome. Tip-off is just about 49 minutes away. I'm Adam Osland. It's Clippers Countdown, the official pregame show of your LA Clippers. Still to come, we got Lauren Rosen on. We'll also get back to Carlo Jimenez right now as he is standing by.
Welcome to Intuit Dome, home of the LA Clippers and world-class entertainment in Southern California. Before your show begins, we'd like you to know that your safety is our #1 priority. We prepared a short video to walk you through our evacuation process in case of emergency. Please pay close attention and familiarize yourself with the following guidelines. Intuit Dome is equipped with multiple emergency exits located throughout the arena. These exits are clearly marked with illuminated exit signs. Take a moment to locate the nearest exit to your seat. Floor and club level fans will make their way up or down the aisles and through the portals on the main level. Terrace, halo loft, and suite level fans should take the nearest emergency stairwell down to the main level. Elevators and escalators will not be in use. We ask all fans to exit into a dome on the main level. Emergency exit stairwells are located in each of the 4 quadrants of the building. If you need mobility or wheelchair assistance, please notify the arena host near the stairwell. Remember to remain calm and exit with the rest of your section. Once outside, make your way to the designated emergency assembly point located outside the arena. Arena team members will be there to assist you and provide further instructions. Follow their directions promptly and stay together with your group. In case of a minor injury, we have trained medical team members stationed on the floor, main, and terrace levels, equipped to handle emergency medical needs. If you require medical attention, please notify the nearest arena team member. If you need to report an emergency, contact the nearest arena team member or simply use the app. Again, your safety is our #1 priority.
Carlo Jimenez pregame with assistant coach Brian Shaw. We're just about 46 minutes away from tip-off here at Intuit Dome. Final regular season home game here at the Dome. Clippers and Rockets, and up next, we're going back in time and Clippers Rewind right here on the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network.
Welcome up to Fan Appreciation. It's all powered by AT&T. What's up, buddy?
I think YG might be here in like half hour. What up, Tom Raines? Rudy Gobert, 5 first rounders. Mikal Bridges. What are we doing? Meanwhile, LeBron is destroying Dallas here.
What you got there? They got a few master. Shit like that. Don't worry about it. We got a picture of her. There we go. All the way from Australia. Let's go.
Clippers taking on the Houston Rockets here at Intuit Dome. Tip-off is just 43 minutes away. Welcome back. I'm Adam Osland. It is Clippers Countdown. Coming up, your player to watch, and Lauren Rosen will be here. But first, we're going back in time in Clippers Rewind, back to May 8th of 1993. Biggest movie out at the time was Indecent Proposal with Robert Redford, Demi Moore, and Woody Harrelson. Biggest song out at the time was Informer by Snow, who Petros Papadakis loves to reference. And the Clippers were in an epic first-round series against the Rockets.
The next elimination kid of the game is Nate Brown. Thanks for being a part of the Clippers official kids club. Nate, we do hope you're enjoying the game with your family. You know, you're all starting to make you can join the LA Clippers Kids Club. And it's to be featured also. Join tonight at clippers.com/kids club.
Yeah, unfortunately, the Clippers lost in 5 games. That was the maximum amount you could play in a first-round series back then in '93. But this Game 5 was special. The Clippers were battling Hakeem, Kenny Smith, and a Rockets team that would go on to win back-to-back championships in the next couple of seasons. The players on your Clippers that year, you had Danny Manning. He had 24 and 12 boards in that Game 5. Ron Harper also on the team. Kenny Norman, Mark Jackson, and Stanley Roberts. It was a fun squad. They gave the Houston Rockets all they could handle back in that first-round series in 1993. Clippers taking on the Rockets tonight here at Intuit Dome. Tip-off just 41 minutes away. Up next, we got your player to watch. I'm Adam Osland, and you're listening to the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network.
Lock in the best seats at Intuit Dome for every home game next season. Season memberships come with exclusive perks and priority access all year long. Secure your spot deposit for as low as $100 at clippers.com/season tickets. Don't miss out.
LeBron has 13 in the fourth quarter on the second night of a back-to-back at 40 off an injury recently. This is just, oh my goodness. Luka just put in a crazy reverse layup. Way to go, Nico. Every single fan in attendance knew better, but the guy whose job it is to make the Mavericks better. That crazy left-handed reverse by Luka.
Thank you for your dedication, time, your efforts make a difference in the community. You know, you can nominate your local youth basketball coach for the
Yeah, we are undefeated with Lauren on. Seems good.
Clipper fans, our final away game watch party of the season coming up April 13th, and now's your chance to take your spot in the plaza to see the Clippers battle the Warriors live on the big screen. There, be there. The cheer.
Yeah, when Rui Hachimura is healthy,
PJ Dance, be there with Chuck
this
Stroh.
lineup the Lakers can throw out there is dangerous.
Just enter Tuesdays on Pin Big Prizes. You can almost meet me today at Clippers.com/watch party. This week's deal is a mystery. Our crispy boxes are available now for men, women, youth, and even pets. Each box is loaded with Clippers merch valued at $150. Only available online at ClippersHQ.com.
Clippers taking on the Houston Rockets here at Intuit Dome. Tip-off is just 38 minutes away. Welcome back in. I'm Adam Osland. It is Clippers Countdown, the official pregame show of your LA Clippers. Coming up, we got Lauren Rosen on and your injury report. But first, I'm watching a player tonight who is shooting over 50% from three in his last 22 games as a Clipper. That would be Bogey Ball, Bogdan Bogdanovic. What a move from Lawrence Frank. He had 19 last night. He was 2 of 3 from the outside, 7 of 11 overall in the Clippers' 122-117 victory over the San Antonio Spurs. But he has been fabulous. Just a godsend for this Clippers team to add a little bit more scoring pop, especially with that three ball. But he can also get downhill a little bit. He's a three-level scorer. And he's a guy I've been talking about for a while when they first brought him in because I watched him a lot in Sacramento that can flip a game in a playoff series and maybe flip a playoff series in the Clippers' favor. He's got the experience. He's 32. Big game experience, especially playing for FIBA. You saw him in the Olympics almost take down Team USA. Got him up by 17. Bogey had 20 for Serbia in that ball game. Gave Team USA a bit of a scare, but I'm hoping he fills it up tonight against the Houston Rockets and continues his hot shooting and the streak that he has been on. Clippers and Rockets tip off 37 minutes away here at Intuit Dome. Coming up next, we got your injury report, and then Lauren Rosen. I'm Adam Osland, and you're listening to the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network. Game over. Luka kill shot. He's got 45. Disgusting. Nico Harrison, the worst. The worst. The worst. Got you. The worst. Could I be more annoyed? I'll have to pull up another one of my tweets right after this trade. Clippers taking on the Houston Rockets. Tip-off is just about 34 minutes away. Welcome back in. I'm Adam Osland. This is the official pregame show of your LA Clippers. Still to come, we got Lauren Rosen on the show. But first, let's get to that injury report brought to you by Prize Picks. Prize Picks, download the app today and use code KLAC to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, run your game. Mentioned a little bit earlier, but no Norman Powell in this game. Right shoulder soreness. I don't think it's anything serious. But the Houston Rockets are resting quite a few guys that I'll be naming here in a second. So why not give them a little bit of rest? Ben Simmons, still not playing back-to-backs. Coming off that left knee injury and coming off the 2 back surgeries he has had. Patty Mills is out with illness. Amir Coffey's still out with a left knee injury. As for the Houston Rockets, Dylan Brooks is out with rest. Alfred Şengün, lower back. Jabari Smith Jr., illness. Amen Thompson, rest. Fred VanVleet, right ankle soreness. Clippers taking on the Rockets, and up next, she's here, Lauren Rosen. But while we have a moment, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification right here on the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network. Coming up next, your courtside reporter for the Clippers, Lauren Rosen, Lauren M. Rosen on social media platforms. We'll be back in 2 minutes here on Clippers Countdown. Clippers and Rockets tonight here at Intuit Dome in the regular season Intuit Dome finale. Tip-off 32 minutes away. I'm Adam Osland, and you're listening to the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network. Hey, Lauren, I got a question. What did I'll just ask you what he said. Lauren Rosen, the Clippers reporter. I couldn't hear it pregame because I'm going deaf, but Coach Lou did say that Norm Powell will be fine.
They don't expect to have any issues after tonight. Feels maybe like being conservative.
Expect him against
Preventative.
Sacramento. Yeah, we like that. I know the Houston Rockets are being very preventative tonight.
Very. But to be fair, they handled business, lock up the 2 seed. Good for them.
I mean, I thought they might be 6th or 7th at best coming into this season, and that would be a really good season for them. It was supposed to be like a transitional year.
100%.
2 seed? Legit. I'll tell you what's not legit. This Luka Doncic game. Update. Are they going to throw them all out? That was awful when they threw that guy out. It's like, come on. You have to expect it. I don't know what's going to happen, but it's just unbelievable watching him in a Lakers jersey still.
He can't believe it.
He was crying.
Yeah.
And then he hits the dagger. Lauren, everybody's talking about how the Clippers haven't lost since you've been coming on.
Well, got to give the people what they want, no?
Thing. It's a streak. Clippers taking on the Houston Rockets here at Intuit Dome in the regular season Intuit Dome finale. I'm Adam Osland. Welcome back in. Tip-off is just 30 minutes away. Coming up, we'll get to an NBA out-of-town scoreboard and then more from Carlo Jimenez. But joining the show right now is your courtside reporter for the Clippers. That would be Lauren Rosen, at Lauren M. Rosen on all social media platforms, and especially on the TikTok, where I helped Carlo record a new one a little bit earlier today as we did some man-on-the-street work, asking people quiz questions about the Clippers. But, Lauren, how you been?
I just keep hoping that I'm going to be one of those men on the street that gets interviewed by you guys. But I'll settle for this opportunity, which I always love to do with you and all of Clipper Nation.
Well, we appreciate it because Clipper Nation's talking about how they haven't lost. They've won 5 in a row, since you've been coming on the show, I believe. So hopefully it continues and we make it 6 tonight. But first, there was a little bit of controversy. So we do our player to watch every game. Last game, Lauren Rosen picked 2 players. They both played well, Derek Jones Jr. and Chris Dunn. Carlo Jimenez picked, I think, the entire Milwaukee Bucks team because they were playing Minnesota, and the Clippers did get some help there. I think I chose Norman Powell yesterday. I think he played pretty well. But then there ended up being this discussion in a group chat, and like what's allowed, what are the rules. I just don't want this whole thing to get out of hand, Lauren.
Listen, I play by my own rules, and so far
Yeah.
they're yielding positive results. So I liked what Carlo did. Carlo got a little bit creative. I could take the Dallas Mavericks tonight.
Yeah, it's a
But-
little late.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Unfortunately. All right, let's go back to what happened last night. Let's start with Derek Jones Jr., your player to watch, one of them. He had 18. He continues to have these Vince Carter-like dunks out there, getting everybody out of their feet here at Intuit Dome. But the ability to slash, the verticality threat they have with him, and the former Dallas Maverick has been shooting it well from 3 all season long. But yesterday, back in the starting lineup with no Kawhi, and really thrived out there.
He listened to this program actually. But it's been really cool. I mean, I feel like we talk about it every time, and I guess I will continue to because it's been lucky, right? The way that the role players play for this Clippers team is going to be unbelievably important in the playoffs. And obviously you live and die by your stars in the playoffs. But the way that each member of the supporting cast has carved out a niche and thrived in it at this point in the season, the timing is perfect. Derek Jones Jr., obviously, a great example of understanding his role, excelling in it, and making teams pay on both ends of the floor.
Lisa Zubas has been doing a lot of that. 24 and 20 last night, plus the 5 assists out there. He's dishing. He's doing it all. He's blossoming right before our eyes. He's turning into one of the best players in the NBA. Really, he could make an all-NBA team. That means you're top 15 in the league. It's just incredible, but I guess we shouldn't be shocked anymore.
And I don't like to gloat, Adam. If you've gotten to know me at all this season, Clipper Nation, it's not part of my character. But in this case, I called for a top 5 center nod for Ivica Zubac back when Mo Bamba was on this team, and he was saying the same thing on a pretty daily basis. This has been something we, as members of Clipper Nation, have seen all season long. To hear him finally get this national recognition, to be considered among those that could make an all-NBA team. I mean, listen, look at where the Clippers are going to end up in the standings if they run the table the way that they want to. Someone's got to be on an all-NBA team, right?
Yeah.
And James Harden has made a convincing case. There are other guys that, of course, are all-NBA caliber players but aren't going to meet the game's play threshold that they would have needed to be considered. To me, Big Zoo should be absolutely an all-NBA player this season. He's a top 3 center to me this year. I'm even going up from where I was before, and I have been absolutely thrilled to watch it all year long.
So Norman Powell post-game last night. We know he's out tonight. We're not overly concerned about it. Coach Lou talked about it pregame. Right shoulder soreness. Hopefully he's back Friday in Sacramento. We expect him to be. But last night, he kind of staked his claim and set the goal saying, this team is championship caliber. We can be that good. And he knows about championship stuff, having won in Toronto with Kawhi Leonard.
And he's been that confident all year long. Addition by subtraction. This is someone who has believed in the makeup of this exact team since training camp. So to see them arrive at this place where we heard Ty Lue talk about it, we heard Norm Powell talk about it, but did everyone believe them? Internally, I know some of us did. Out in the aggregate, I don't think anyone did. So to see this come to fruition, the great Christina Pink asked a great question in pregame media. How gratifying is it to have believed in this group and to have arrived where this group is? It's been so cool, and I'm really happy for them. And Norm knows. Norm's a champion. So Norm knows what it looks like to build up to a successful playoff run with Kawhi Leonard, and he sees it. He feels it. And listen, who am I to disagree with what Norm has seen?
It's been a special season for this group as they continue to pile up victories. They're at 47 right now. They have a chance to get to 50 wins this season, which at one point felt incomprehensible. And you add in the factor Kawhi is just playing his 35th game of the season tonight. It's special, as is Kawhi. Tomer Azarli of Clutch Points had him on video pregame knocking down, my count was 15 straight mid-range shots in the face of assistant coach Amir Johnson there. Like, I know Brian Seaman, he likes to call him the aim bot
The
when
aim
he's
bot.
really in his bag and it just looks like he can't miss. I mean, practice makes perfect. What he was doing pregame is what he does in the game.
There's a reason why people that have played with and play with Kawhi currently credit his work ethic over and over again. And to be fair, he does a lot of it behind closed doors. I've been lucky when I'm on the road, I get to see him getting ready before anyone else. There's clearly a work ethic there, but not only is there a work ethic there, there's a system there. He's going every spot, right? Anywhere on the court that could be considered mid-range, Kawhi is super comfortable, and it's because he drills every single spot in that area on a daily basis. And he did a lot of it behind closed doors this year as he ramped up to play. But watching him do it in the game makes sense because he's drilled it so vigilantly now for years, if not decades of his life, right? And so aimbot, accurate. Absolutely.
Aimbot, Terminator, Claw, whatever you want to call him. When you said there's a system there, I was like, you mean James Harden because
Well,
they're
there's
boys?
a system with the system. Yes. I thought about it as well as I said it.
I love it. She's Lauren Rosen, and now we get to our most important part of the segment here. So I go first typically. I do it a couple of segments early just so I can get first pick. Tonight, I'm going with Bogdan Bogdanovic as my player to watch. He had 19 last night. He's been shooting over 50% from three for over 20 games. Lauren, who are you going with tonight?
I'm circling back
Ooh.
to a tried and true. I wish we had stats on who we all choose most often for player to watch. I'm going to go with Ivica Zubac tonight, and here's why. I have a creative reason for you. I think that he has earned such well-deserved buzz for these end-of-season awards. Folks are watching. Each of these next 3 games are going to matter. Voters are watching, and he's not motivated by those things. But I remember asking a couple weeks ago, hey, when the players all wore the Defensive Player of the Year shirts, I said, what did that feel like? What's it like to have everybody embrace you for a really prestigious award? And he said, listen, I haven't won a lot of awards in my career. I got to be honest, it's kind of cool. And I appreciated that transparency because this is a guy that is so clearly all about winning, right? But as is James Harden, as is Kawhi Leonard, and they have the accolades to prove it. Why shouldn't Big Zoo get an accolade? Folks are watching. Folks on the Rockets have game planned for him all season long, but not with a healthy complement of players around him. I think this will be Zoo's best game against the Rockets this season, and I think it can be a statement that voters are listening to and watching this evening and into the weekend as well, Adam.
Ivica Zubac, Lauren Rosen's player to watch. Clippers taking on the Houston Rockets. Tip-off from Intuit Dome, and their final regular season game here is just 22 minutes away. At Lauren M. Rosen is where you can follow her, especially on the TikTok. While you're scrolling through Carlos, make sure to also follow her on the Tiki-Talky thing. And I think I'm at Clippers Talk somewhere on there if you guys want to follow me too. Lauren, thanks for doing this once again.
Adam, thank you so much. I hope to be back in a home game, pre-game situation that isn't next week. But if it is, we'll still do it for as many times as we can before this thing is over. Thank you, Adam.
Work to be done by this Clippers team if they want to stay out of the play-in. They got to take down the Houston Rockets tonight. Coming up next, we'll get to an NBA out-of-town scoreboard. You're listening to the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network. Nice job, Carlo.
Can the chat still hear me?
Yeah, they can.
I don't know how it works. Hi, chat. Oh, they're here?
Are y'all ready? Okay, let's look at
We'll be right back, y'all.
Which Clipper is averaging a double-double? And I think you are correct from helping them to spell as well. That's 2 out of 3. Let's just keep it going. Let's take a look at the halo board for the hardest question of the night. Who is your favorite Clipper? I think it's gotta be Kawhi. All right, y'all. And because it's fair, Congratulations, Mike. You already won a Lollipop prize pack. We are also going to hook you up with a year subscription to Lollipop. Clipper Nation, put your hands together one more time for our winners of the Unpop with Justice and JP.
Tonight's match preview is brought to you by Toyota, featuring the visiting Houston Rockets and our LA Clippers.
Clipper Nation, if we can give it up one more time for DJ Tuesday and hold it down. Look at this guy right here. 7 years old, already rocking out in the NBA. We're ready. We're excited to have him. You know, we're just getting started with the Clippers game. You ready? He said, yes, sir. There we go. From Clippers.
Clippers taking on the Houston Rockets here at Intuit Dome. Welcome back in. I'm Adam Osland. It is the final regular season contest. Here at the Dome is home. Notice the operative word there, the words regular season. Postseason, a postseason game will be here. That's already a guarantee. We don't know how many yet, but at least one at worst. But this Clippers team, if they continue to win, they can have more than that here. They can have a first-round series where they could have home court. That's how special this group has been as of late, having won 15 of their last 18 games. So let's get to your drive around the league. And it's brought to you by Toyota's electrified lineup, including hybrids, plug-in hybrids, all electrics, and even fuel cell electric vehicles. So you can choose exactly the type you need for your lifestyle. We make it easy. Raptors would win 126-96 over the Charlotte Hornets a little bit earlier. 76ers 122-103 in DC over the Wizards, and the Magic will win by 20 over the Boston Celtics. I don't think they're playing many guys at this point, but Franz Wagner played. He had 23 for the Orlando Magic in the victory. And right now at the half in Utah, so the Jazz up 55-52 on top of the Portland Trailblazers. But here's the game, a couple of them we're going to concern ourselves with. They both just tipped off early first quarter in San Francisco, where the Clippers will be on Sunday to conclude their regular season, as the Golden State Warriors up to a quick 9-0 lead on the San Antonio Spurs. Go Spurs there. And one more for you. In Sacramento, where the Clippers will be on Friday, it's the Denver Nuggets visiting. They have an early 3-0 lead. We're rooting for the Sacramento Kings tonight. Go Kings, go Spurs. Coming up next, we're going to take a timeout here with 16 minutes left. Before we get to tip-off, it's Clippers and Houston Rockets. I'm Adam Osland, and you're listening to the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network. We got a guest for you next.
Shout out to the Swell right now. What up, Swell? Shout out to the entire wall.
All right, chat. We got a special guest. I told you, Clippers Talk never lets you down. We're like that. I'm going to have Carlo. We only got 2 headsets here. So we'll have Carlo and Noah, your former Clippers play-by-play man, and your current Clippers play-by-play man. Wait, no. I'll bring it in. I'll give it to you. Tip-off from Intuit Dome is just 14 minutes away. Welcome back. It's Clippers Countdown. I'm Adam Osland. Coming up, we'll get to your keys to victory. But join the show. Well, of course, we have your current play-by-play man for the Clippers in Carlo Jimenez in his usual segment here. But how about your former play-by-play man in Noah Eagle from NBC, Netflix, the Yes Network? And yes, he's going up against his father in a one-on-one battle for the Emmy this year. Noah, it's good to see you here at Intuit Dome. Make this your new stomping grounds for a little bit tonight, huh?
You know what? For one night only, we can make it happen. But it is good to be here. I've heard nothing but the best about this Halo board, and it's the first time laying eyes on it. And man, it is delivering right now. It is delivering like DiGiorno, like Uber Eats, or should I say, like Postmates. Whatever it is absolutely delivering.
The young goat has arrived. He is here. He is nesting at Intuit Dome. We got him here tonight. One night only, at least till Brooklyn comes back next season. Clippers taking on the Houston Rockets. Carlo, I know we got a lot to talk with Noah about here, including his prediction early on this season. I remember in a group chat, Noah felt like even with them losing Paul George, this Clippers team could be just as good, if not better, than last year. And right now they're in the fourth spot in the Western Conference, Noah.
Yeah, I just loved what they brought back. Ivica Zubac was going to have a clear step forward type of role. And look, we've seen Big Zoo with opportunity in the last couple years in particular. I remember that Denver game he goes off against Jokic. He had nearly 30 and 30 against Indiana 2 years ago. He should have if he didn't foul out on a bogus foul call. But all that to say, we knew that this was there, and we knew what Norman Powell was capable of, and we knew what a lot of these role players were capable of, and above all, we knew what the chiropractor was capable of. And Tyronn Lue has shown it once again this year that he is a clear-cut top 5, top 3, top 1 type coach in the NBA. I think he's proven it at the highest level this season, and they're clicking at the right time. They're peaking at the right time, Adam. It's been fun to watch.
Carlo?
I mean, that's just fantastic analysis. I don't really know if I can. Oh, Big Bro's got me hooked up here. Here we go. Noah, how did I tie my tie today? Does it look good?
You know what? If I were you, I'd learn how to do a double Windsor real
Dang
quick
it.
because that's looking a little
You don't
thin.
like the half?
You're looking a little thin overall.
Okay.
You've been bulking right now? Are you on Adam's plan?
How many protein drinks
I
are you
might be
talking?
on a couple GLP-1s. You know,
How
I
many?
don't know what I'm
Okay,
talking
that's too much. Once you start talking about GPAs, I'm out. Whatever that was. But if you're doing cryotherapy, it's clearly working.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to get Adam a couple more pounds. Bring him cookies, so we'll see if it can.
Oh,
He crushed
cookies.
3 crumble cookies yesterday.
Well,
3?
he brought them, I put them down. That's how it usually
One,
works here.
not 2.
Not 3.
Well, 3.
Or 3,
3.5.
Okay, nice.
Not 4. Definitely not 4.
Nice. Respect.
Look,
Yeah.
back to the Clippers, this arena. Noah, what's your first impression here being at Intuit Dome? You made it just in time. It's the final regular season game here.
Yeah, I really wanted to save the best for last, but it is beautiful. And as expected, I was here for the 4 years in the build-up, and Steve Ballmer had a vision, Gillian Zucker had a vision, and that vision has come to fruition. And they envisioned the best basketball arena. Forget all the other events, and I know there are other events here, but they took little aspects of every place they visited, which was all around the world. I know they loved the steep aspect of what Salt Lake City brought and the Utah Jazz fans could do, and we've seen that impact that the Wall and other areas of this arena have had on opposing players, especially at the free throw line. The numbers speak for themselves. I think that the overall beauty of this arena speaks for itself. I will say I was a little winded getting to you guys, but that's probably just because I'm a little out of shape.
Well, you've had a lot of games to call, so we'll let you slide. Derrick Jones Jr., Chris Dunn, the job Lawrence Frank has done, Noah, this season for the Clippers, is it some of the best that you've seen?
No question. And he won Executive of the Year in 2019-20 for a good reason. He got Kawhi Leonard and Paul George on this team, and at the time, that was a stunning move in the NBA. But I would say that I'm not sure we've ever seen Lawrence do more with less. You could go back to maybe 17, 18, and 18, 19, where they completely reload after the Chris Paul trade. That 18, 19 team was so much fun, taking the Warriors to 6 in the first round with no all-star on the roster. But there's something different about this squad, especially knowing that Kawhi Leonard was going to miss the first half of the year or potentially miss a large portion of the season, which he obviously did. To go out there and not panic after losing Paul George, which I think a lot of GMs and presidents in his position would probably do, you've got to commend Lawrence. And I will say he was in Brooklyn for Vince Carter night earlier this year, and he sat down with us during the broadcast, and we go to break, and he said two things. The first thing I said, Lawrence, I just have loved watching your team. Watching Norm has been awesome. And he goes, don't forget Big Zoo. And I go, I would never forget Big Zoo. And then the second thing you said is, hey, Carlo's pretty good, isn't he? I go, oh, yeah, he is. He is the future. Hashtag the future. He knows ball.
I learned a lot. But not how to tie ties, but I'm getting there. I'm getting
one
there
step at a time.
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
We're not going to overload your brain. We know you can only take small bits of information at a time.
Very small, extremely small.
Hey, the future is now. Carlo has been killing it. Speaking of the future, I don't want to look too far ahead, but I mentioned how the Clippers are in the 4th spot currently in the Western Conference. No, you've been around a lot of different players in the NBA. I think you were at an event in Paris this last summer. You might have had the greatest call ever with the golden dagger with that Steph Curry step back. So the Clippers could see some of these guys coming up in a 7-game series or in a play-in situation. Who do you think they match up best with in a 7-game series should they get there?
This year, the Western Conference, it truly is the decision of what would be the less of all the evils, and I'm not really sure there's a correct answer at this point. Denver, just given the circumstances, obviously is a team that feels like they're in disarray, but they have Nikola Jokic. And Adam, we've seen the Clippers go up against Nikola Jokic. You don't want that. You don't want to have to go up against Luka Doncic and LeBron James again. You just don't want that. You don't want to have to go up against Anthony Edwards and Rudy Gobert and the way Julius Randle is playing right now. And you certainly don't want to go up against Steph Curry and Jimmy Butler and Draymond Green the way they're playing right now. I think Oklahoma City is sensational. I got to see them against Brooklyn. That's one of the most impressive complete teams I've seen in the last couple of years. And so it's pick your poison. Even this Houston team, I think a lot of people are targeting the Rockets as a potential matchup for any of them. But they're really good, and they're really balanced, and they're really tough, and they're young, and they get up and down the floor, and they play elite defense. Do you really want to have to deal with that for 7 games? I'm just not sure that there's a correct answer. But I think the best thing the Clippers are probably going to do, and the best thing that I expect them to do, is just worry about themselves. I think if they do that and they play at their highest level with the way that Kawhi Leonard's played over the last month and a half or so, they're as good as anybody, and they can beat anybody over 7 games.
You look at this group, up and down depth might be one of their greatest strengths. When you think about come playoff time, who's that X factor that has to play well for this Clipper team for them to find success?
Well, I think we saw that with Derrick Jones Jr. with the Mavericks last year. I think if he plays well, this team can really take themselves to another level. And if Chris Dunn shoots the 3 ball well enough, that's when they're really scary. Because offensively, there are a lot of teams I think that could maybe target Chris Dunn and potentially leave him a little bit on the outside. If he makes them pay, it's like Terrence Mann Game 6 against Utah. They dared him to shoot it, and he made them pay all night. And guess what? They come back and win that game. I think it's a similar feel for this team, but they've got so many X factors. Bogdan Bogdanovic was such a huge pickup at the trade deadline. I love what he brings, and obviously somebody who has been a part of a long run with the Atlanta Hawks getting to the conference finals a couple years back. He was as big as anybody throughout those series for Atlanta, along with Trae Young. So experience is a huge factor. And Adam mentioned the Olympics. He was awesome during the Olympics. And so seeing him in big moments, I loved it because he brings an energy and an intensity that you just don't always get.
From Bogey Ball to Bogey Ball, now with this Clippers squad, he is your former voice of the Clippers, Noah Eagle. We knew him when. It was good to see you tonight, my friend. Good to have you here at Intuit Dome. Thanks for doing this here on the pregame show.
It's great to be here, guys. Appreciate you having me. It's like I never left, Can't wait.
Back in the saddle again. So coming up, we're going from the young GOAT to the future. Not future, the future in Carlo Jimenez next. Tip-off is just about 5 minutes away. Clippers taking on the Houston Rockets here at Intuit Dome. I'm Adam Oslin, and you're listening to the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network. Daniel, we got one more break after this, right? So we'll come back. I'll go like 1 second and then go timeout. Because this is Keys to Victory next, right? Yeah, and then we got one more. Did we deliver Clippers talk? Yeah. Love you. Good to see you. See you Monday. Oh. That guy means a lot to me. Daniel, I'm going to come in and get right out. Clippers taking on the Houston Rockets. Tip-off is just 3 minutes away. Coming up next, we got Carlo Jimenez on the call. Final regular season game here at Intuit Dome. I'm not a Muslim. Carlo Jimenez is next right here on the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network.
The Clippers in their final home game of the season. It is almost that time here at Intuit Dome. So glad you could join us for this one. Clippers looking to come away with a victory and improve to 48-32. Currently sitting in the 4th seed in the Western Conference. They're taking on the 2nd seed, the Houston Rockets. 51-27 on the season are the Rockets, but they will be without some key players in tonight's contest. No Fred VanVleet, no Dylan Brooks, no Amen Thompson, or Alperen Şengün, and Steven Adams. Hope you got all of that, or maybe you wrote it down. Nonetheless, just know the Rockets are without their top talent, and the Clippers coming to this ball game look for a much-needed win and would be their 6th in a row as they look to continue to come away with victories against the rest of the West. The Clippers with an opportunity to remain in the race for that 4th seed in the West. They'll need some help, but if they control their own destiny, they might be able to host a playoff series here at Intuit Dome. All right, you heard the final horn. It's time to take our final break before basketball. And when we return, the Clippers and the Rockets next on the Clippers Audio Network.
You're good, Joey. You're good.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you please rise and kindly kneel your caps for our national anthem. Performed this evening by singer, songwriter, Filipino artist Ariel Jasmine.